Welcome back, everybody, to week 2 of the DDL Pokemon Draft League. Sorry if I came out a little too overexcited. It's late me recording this. I should have had this video out a lot sooner, but well, I've been taking a break from content creating simply because I was doing too much. Yeah, so that's on me, and plus, it's good for me to like go through this early. That way I don't try to do this again any point later on creating videos. But yeah, let's get to the main topic here. This week, week 2 on the DDL, we're going against Kaz the Weeb, okay? Or Kaz. I want to say Kaz. I like how Kaz sounds better. Hopefully he doesn't mind me changing it too much. Anyway, let me go through a brief little recap what I got here. We got Iron Moth, we got Pomo, and Bronzong returning. All right, these three are coming back for week 2, and let's give a warm welcome to our 3 off the bench mons that we have here this week. First, we have Slitherwing, then we have Quagsire, and then finally we got Samurott. Their nicknames will be showing here, and I do believe in this play I did use all of them. That's another thing I want to mention. Unfortunately, I was not able to do a live reaction for this battle. Due to the fact that when we did this, I had just gone back from the airport from being out of town. And I was really trying hard to make it on time for this battle. Thankfully, I had the team already set up. But yeah, I was really nervous about this, especially because his whole draft for the season actually counters a lot of what I could bring. So not too much room for creativity as much as I'd like to. I was really struggling trying to get too creative, and at that point I said screw it, let's go with something basic and hope it works. So yeah, we see that he brought Meowscarada or Saluna. I was surprised to see this choice right here, the Colossal. Fun fact, my first 2 different draft teams that I made for Kaz here did not include anything to answer his Colossal nor his possible Terras, which one of them including Ghost, right? I believe he had Ground, he had Fire, and then Ghost was the last one, and I especially didn't have anything for Ghost, and that's when Samurott, who originally was not gonna come, ended up making it to the final draft team that you see here before you. He also brought Charizard, which the first team did not have an answer to since I didn't think it was likely, but the second team did. Thundurus, I was always planning on this thing, right? Always. And then Gardevoir was a surprise since I was expecting more Cresselia, and I prepped more for her. And let me tell you, Cresselia was just a nightmare to deal with. Meowscarada, I always knew he was either going to bring Serena or Meowscarada since I have Toadscruel, as you saw last week, or LJ Crulio, as I've nicknamed him. But nah, he's staying on the bench this week. So hopefully I didn't take too long on this intro. I know last week I did a lot. But let's get into it. Hey guys, right before getting to the actual battle, I'd like to take a moment to thank Kilma. He's a fellow content creator who's been doing a lot of mock battles with me, helping me prepare for these draft matches I have. So between him and I, we try to plan out, see what we can do. And yeah, so I wanted to give big thanks to him. I'll make sure to have his link down in the description. And also special thanks because he's been helping me out with the thumbnails for this draft league. He does a great job, and I actually asked him to do this thumbnail in, I think, like a span of 30 minutes, I believe. I had asked him and then gave him the idea once he got back to me, and yeah, he did such a great job. So thanks you once again, Kilma. And now, without further ado, let's head straight into straight into the match. So I start off with a really, really bad lead. Hence the title of the video. It was a rocky lead. I went to Quagsire. Like, I should have seen, in hindsight, I should have seen the Meowscarada coming, but I still went Quagsire regardless. But one of the main reasons was I still had Protect, so I could scout out what I wanted to do. I see it goes U-turn turn 1, so I'm pretty sure he assumed I didn't want to stay in, which normally I wouldn't. I had half a mind to actually switch out at this point. However, I have a feeling that he's choice locked, which this move just proves that he was. So I decided, let me just set up rocks, because he's going to go out, and get that out early. So he goes in the Gardevoir here, and I definitely don't want to stay in. I have no reason to want to stay in, so I decided to switch on out to good old Big Papa. I had a feeling he wasn't going to want to Psychic that just in case, but he actually goes for something I wasn't expecting, Mystical Fire. Once again, since I wasn't expecting Gardevoir, I wasn't expecting the move, caught me off guard, and yeah, he does some good decent damage. Thankfully, I was rocking Assault Vest with a good bit of, well, not a good bit, a little bit of Spit F investment. Anyway, I U-turn out of here, going to my boy Sam I Am. Here he reveals he's Terraghost. And I'm gonna be honest, regardless of what he decided to do, I was always gonna Ceaseless Edge. Always. I didn't feel like he had anything that was actually gonna hurt me. Here he reveals he has Will-O-Wisp, which doesn't hurt me directly, but does in the long run. But yeah, so I decided I'm gonna Ceaseless Edge again, whether he wants to sack the Colossal, which I thought he would. But yeah, so I was gonna do it regardless, like I said. I was surprised that Masquerada came, well, not surprised Masquerada came in, just that he didn't sack the Colossal. But Sam I Am has done his job, right? I'm very proud of him. 2 layers of spikes. I go for Knockward Jet just for some extra chip. I could have gone Sucker Punch, but I wasn't sure if he was actually gonna stay in or not. But yeah. So I get knocked to the freak out to the next dimension, banned to the Shadow Realm for all of eternity, and yeah, that's the end of Sam I Am. But like I said, he did his job. Chipped Colossal down all the way. Here we got Big Papa back in. I got no reason not to First Impression, which you see I will do, but it fails. Because here he chooses to sack the Colossal, which once again I was very confused by. I would have assumed he would have wanted to just sack it right then and there. Here Gardevoir takes some really nice damage. I have a choice to make here, and I choose to stay in and U-turn. I had a feeling he wasn't gonna want to risk hitting me because I knew he was Choice Scarf at this point, but I didn't think he was gonna want to stay in on Psyshock or Moonblast regardless, because that just guarantees me a free switch into any one of the other monsters to just set up on him. Here goes Ursaluna, once again taking a lot of that hazard damage. I go Light Screen to set up for my Volcarona down the road. No, not Volcarona, it's Iron Mom. Sorry, Solera. Here Notre Dame takes that Drain Punch like a champ. I had spoken to Kaz and he had explained how he expected me to Terra Steel, which actually I had no intention on terrestrializing Notre Dame here. It was actually always going to be Quagsire. And it was just in case he was rocking Solar Power, or if I had to face the Masquerade 1v1. Here goes the Charizard, which I'm actually very surprised. And that just gives me free rock damage. And that also surprised me double because I wasn't expecting him not to bring heavy duty boots on Charizard. So seeing this is huge for me. It just tells me that he needs to stay in, right? There's no point bringing this Charizard back out. But anyway, the Protect was the scout for Power Herb Solar Beam, which he ended up not having, so I was thankful for that. I switches in Masquerada, and I surf on the switch in, and I get that nice chip. So here, obviously I'm not gonna stay in. I have no reason to sack Quagsire, especially when he can be a great late game on. Go into Slithering, see what he wants to do. Goes for the Flower Trick regardless, because either way, that does some really nice damage with the guaranteed crit it always gets. Takes me 33%. here he is going to sack his Masquerada. Down goes him. First impression. There's almost never a reason not to carry first impression on Slitherwing. Almost. But just decide to. Brings in Gardevoir, instantly dies the hazards. So those hazards really carried me all the way late game. Let's see what he brings in next. I think, yep, this is the Ursaluna. Takes him to 34, and I'm carrying Brick Break. And I do believe that ends him right there. Yep, that's it. Second kill for Big Papa over here. Not bad for his debut. And I believe all he has is Thundurus and Charizard left. So here comes Thundurus. Takes no damage, so he's revealing his heavy duty boots right there. I was not expecting Sidekick. He takes me out easily, very cleanly. I actually was expecting Grass Knot the whole time, but as you see, he does not actually carry it. So Pomo comes in. I go for a fake out, get some early damage going on there. I decide to switch out to Volcarona after this. Or no, I believe I go Bronzong here. Yeah, I go Bronzong. Because since the light screen's out, I want to set that up for Volcarona. I keep calling her Volcarona. Solera, the Iron Moth. Iron Moth. I want to set up for Iron Moth. Please forgive me. Anyway, Notre Dame took that Psychic like a champ. Once again, I have no reason to Terastallize yet. Especially since I'm 4 times resistant to the Psychic. He paralyzes me, and thankfully the light screen goes through. I still recover pretty well. Do I protect here or not? No, I don't. Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt did some really good damage, let me tell you. I heavy slam. Unfortunately, Notre Dame was not heavy enough. Barely did anything to his Thundurus. So at this point, I'm like, okay, no, we're gonna switch out. Oh no, shoot. Proving myself wrong. No, I protect to get some more recovery. And then here's where I switch on to Iron Moth. Ah, I got it right this time. So it goes for Psychic again. I'm pretty sure he goes for Psychic again here. Or Thunderbolt. No, okay, so he thought I was gonna stay in. I believe he outspeeds this next turn and goes for Psychic, which thankfully I eat up because I know Volcarona I was doing so well. I know for Iron Moth I did put special defense EVs, and on top of that the light screen helped a lot, so I tanked that Psychic very well. A lot better than I did last week against Will's Florges. The light screen has worn off here, but it doesn't matter because I outspeed this Charizard no matter what. I made sure to EV it enough that if it was timid, max speed, I was still outspeed. So yeah, that's the end of the match. GG's to Kaz. He actually revealed he had some good prep on his part, especially with the Colossal. Had I not been careful. And honestly, like I said, I never wanted to underestimate his team, especially since, like I mentioned in the beginning, his team, as I don't want to say it felt out of place, like as team building goes, but it felt like it had a few odd choices that were specifically made to counter everything I drafted. So I found it very dang, like I don't know what to bring. So I was very surprised that this worked, especially just the hazard setup. That's really what saved me. So very grateful for that. Please go check out his site. It's set up much better than what I have here going on, which is just the replay. His is it's at least live, right? So he gives a pretty good play-by-play as well. Here I'm just recording the replay, which once again I apologize for. Due to just scheduling and everything, I wasn't able to do it live. And hopefully next time or next week, I'll be able to not only have the layout but play this whole thing live. So we shall see. All right. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Hope you guys have a great evening, great day, great morning, whatever time you're watching this. And I'll see you next week. Peace.